Cool. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right, so what is your greatest strength as a football player?
Um, I feel like my greatest strength as a football player is I'm kind of the locker room guy. I'll say I don't do much on the field. I don't play much, but I travel all the time. I'm just a long snapper, so I just kind of hang out, make sure everybody's having fun, and I'm just kind of that kind of mesh guy that keeps everything kind of together and make sure everybody's having fun. Yeah.
All right, cool, cool. And what is your greatest weakness as a football player?
My greatest weakness is I get in my head all the time. Like I said, I just long snap. So if you mess up one time, you only got maybe one or two more times to correct it in a whole game.
Yeah.
So if I mess up once, it's like I'm all in my head and freaking out the whole time. So I'd say that's a pretty big weakness of mine.
Okay, and have you had any like major setbacks throughout your career, like as an injury or anything major such as that?
One of the biggest setbacks was so I came to William Penn as a fullback in the triple option, which is pretty rare. And William Penn ran the same offense as I did in high school. So I was kind of like the big dog my freshman year when we played and stuff, and then we changed the offense, and I haven't carried the football since then. So I'd say that's a pretty big setback, just trying to find your way back onto the field when you don't have a position anymore. So I'd say that's one of my biggest struggles.
Okay, and how did you deal with that like mentally through all those changes?
It was rough, actually. I left William Penn for a little bit. I struggled with it a ton.
Yeah.
And then I got some phone calls, talked to some people, and they were like, come back, we'll figure it out, we'll find a spot for you. And so I probably didn't deal with it the best way I should have, but uh, it got me back here. I kind of figured out what I needed to do, talk to the right people, and then got back on the right path to be where I am now. So yeah,
Perfect. And how did you first get into football?
I got into football at a really young age. I remember playing in like kindergarten and stuff. We had like flag football leagues. My dad was the coach. So that kind of made it easier on me. I got to be put in the right position where he wanted me to play compared to where I wanted to play. So it just kind of, I always wanted to be the quarterback and I never was. So I got to play running back and then it's been like that since. So
Okay, and after you graduate, where do you see yourself in football? Do you see yourself in a coaching position or something completely different?
I do commentary for games, so that's what I want to do
Okay.
post grad. Commentary for either football or baseball. Football would be um, probably the best option for me because I know like the ins and outs of it. But I think that's something that I want to do.
And what kind of companies do you want to commentate over, like local, high school, or anything like that?
Post grad's kind of wherever I can get my foot in the door. I mean, obviously, there's a big goal. Excuse me. There's a big goal, obviously, with like you want to be the top guy. But just kind of getting my foot in the door and then hopefully do that just stair stepping, to get to where I need to be.
Okay. And obviously, you're a student athlete, so you have a lot on your plate. How do you deal with all the pressure from school, work, and football?
Yeah, so school, work, football, it's tough, as a lot of us here at William Penn know. It's tough to get all around that kind of stuff. But this is my third year of doing all that, so you kind of figure it out. Toward the first year I was here, it was tough. My grades kind of suffered from it. I kind of put all my focus into football and kind of put school behind and then work even farther behind. So I was only working like one day a week and then messing around in class, just trying to be football, football, football. And then once you are here for so long, I feel like it gets easier to kind of control that schedule you have. And I think that's how I've done it, just being able to really like grasp a schedule and stay on top of it and focus on that the whole time.
Okay, and how do your teammates push you, and how do you push your teammates to perform better on the field?
Okay. I feel like my teammates push me to be better. Um, in a way that is unexplainable. Like they're there for me no matter the situation. So I have you obviously all teams you have great friends on the team, and then you have guys that you get along with. And I feel once you find those guys that you get along great with, that those are the people that really motivate you and push you to be better all the time. And something I like to do for those guys is the same thing. Just make sure they're on their P's and Q's, making sure they're okay. Their focus is there, and that's kind of how that goes. Yeah,
Okay, and you've been at William Penn for 4 years or 5 years so
three,
far?
3 years, 3 years, three
All
years.
right.
Yep.
So out of those 3 years, what is like the best experience in a football game been for you?
The best experience we had actually this year was a really fun experience we had when we went to Central Methodist. we kind of just beat the brakes off of them. And our football team has obviously struggled, so we haven't really had those games where we're just really putting it to a team. And this year we kind of made a turn for the better, and we really took it to Central Methodist, and a lot of the fellows were having fun. The bus ride home was a blast. We stayed the night. It was a good weekend for the William Penn football team, and I think that's one of the best experiences I've had with the program. Yeah.
So, as you said that the team is kind of struggling in recent times, how would you, if you had to say, how would you do anything different, or what can you guys improve as a team to get better results on the field?
I think we're moving in the right direction. Coaching changes happen, bringing in new guys, whether it's high school guys or transfers. Sticking to the core you have is something we do really well, along with adding in smaller pieces. And I think we're moving in the right direction, just staying on that course. You obviously got to bring a team together to win. You can't win when you got guys playing for individual stats and all this. It's obviously a team game. So once we really build that team atmosphere in the locker room and then it translates onto the field, I think that's when the success will come.
All right, and then one last final question. What advice would you give to an incoming freshman coming to play football at William Penn to keep them balanced with grades and to perform on the field?
I think a big thing is, just kind of put your head down and get it done. I mean, once you get here, it's a big shock that first semester of college. It's like I don't know other way to put it, but it's kind of like that oh shit moment, when you're like, I got this going on, I got that going on. But if you just keep your head down, stay on your P's and Q's, don't let the little distractions get to you. Obviously have fun, but just if you just turn everything in on time, that's the biggest thing here at William Penn. It doesn't matter if it's bad, good, you're going to get a little credit for it. So just turn your stuff in on time, get to your workouts on time, get to your practices on time. Just be on time for everything. That's what I'd have to say.
All right, thank you so much, Drew.
No problem, man. All right, so for yours, I just want to I'm just going to get to know you, and then you play soccer, right?
Yes,
Okay, so we'll ask some soccer questions. Okay. So, what's your name? Where you're from? What do you do, man?
my name is Luke Larin. I'm from Goodrich, Michigan, and I'm a business administration major.
Okay, nice. A lot of my family's from Three Rivers, Michigan, so
Okay.
yeah, nice. So, you play soccer. What's that experience been like for you? Because I know the soccer team here is pretty good, and they are in the national tournament every year. What's it like being on one of the premier programs here at William Penn?
It's definitely a change in culture, from playing with people just from America in high school in my club. And basically everyone is from foreign countries, so it's pretty cool to experience the different kind of styles and plays. And it's cool how we all can gel together being from different parts of the world, I'd say.
Yeah, so how does that work? Is there ever maybe like a language barrier on the field that you guys deal with, or is anything like? Because I know football wise for us, it's just straight English all the time, and then you look at the soccer team, and it's people from all over the place. Does that ever hold you guys back, or maybe anything like that?
Um, I wouldn't say too much because when you play soccer, everything just kind of clicks, but there are certain instances where some people their English isn't the best, so we have some guys from Spain that are still trying to learn English and perfect it. So we have kind of them translate from other Spanish guys who speak better English. But yeah, it's all pretty good right now.
Okay, so when you were going through the recruiting process, what stuck out to you about William Penn?
I had a couple of different offers, but what stuck out to me is that honestly, they gave me the best scholarship opportunity, and I was eager to play in the NAI. I think it's a good division. So yeah, those two things would probably be the big things.
Yeah, so have you enjoyed your experience at William Penn? What year are you? How's that going for you?
I have, yes. I'm currently a junior, so I'll graduate next May, and I've met a lot of great people here. I like the small class sizes, I don't know if I'd enjoy going to like an Iowa State, because you gotta walk half a mile or a mile each class, and I just think it'd be too much for me. So I enjoy the small class sizes, and yeah.
All right. If so, you seem really positive about your whole William Penn experience. If you could change anything, what would it be?
If I could change anything, I'd say I would put more effort in my freshman year because I was on the same boat as you. I said I focused really on soccer and my grades kind of slipped, which kind of messed my GPA up a little bit. So I'm trying to recover from that. So I'd say just be super focused when I came on school as well as soccer because both are super important. If you want to play, you have to keep eligibility and your GPA up. So
Yeah, absolutely, man. So you mentioned you're graduating in May, next May.
correct.
So what's post grad look like for you? Any big things you got planned? Anything you're looking to do?
So right now I'm doing a marketing internship in the summer, and we'll see where that takes me. So I plan to go down the marketing route after college. So I'm just trying to gain experience in basically anything business because I don't really have any experience in marketing at all. So I'm just trying
Okay.
to go get this internship and see how I like it and see if I want to continue or change my path. But that's the plan for now.
Yeah. So with the business department here at William Penn, what would you say is your favorite part about that? Because I've taken some business classes; they're pretty tough. What do you enjoy about that program here at William Penn?
I like getting in depth, in different business aspects, such as international business and the ethics side. I think it's pretty cool and how there's so many little things, you have to do right if you want to work in the business world and just getting more in depth on what is right and what is wrong and what works and what doesn't work. So
Yeah. So one final question before I let you go. Um, so you said you play soccer. What's your biggest goal in soccer? I know this interview's kind of been all over the place. I've just been trying to go off what you're saying, but that was one of my big questions. What's the main goal of soccer for you?
I think when I was a kid, obviously everyone wants to be a pro athlete, stuff like that. But now I'm not, I don't know. I'm kind of more focused on going the business route and putting soccer kind of behind that, but I don't want to give up on it yet. So I'd say I'm still thinking. I have a lot of decisions to make, but as of now, just playing in college and playing for fun after college.
Yeah, man, I completely get it. I really appreciate the interview.
Yep.
I'm gonna end this Zoom and then